Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Accord 2-litre EX automatic Tourer. It's registered FH07ZJK, and mileage at the start of the video is 142,206 miles. The reason we do these road test videos is essentially so anyone looking at the car online in an advert actually gets to see that car in operation. And it gives us opportunity whilst driving it to let you know of any issues that might be on the car prior to coming to see us. It's also done on these really very quiet country roads close to our premises, so hopefully would be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive on the car. Worth pointing out, it's actually rush hour around here at the moment, but 9 o'clock are just gone, but you hardly ever see a car here. Just a quick background to this car. It's rare that I do videos on the cars of this age and mileage, only because, you know, normally they are, you know, what we call the trade vehicles, the part exchanges, which we clear, you know, at very low prices. But this one, it just drives so nicely. I thought it merited it. You know, it's been very well looked after by the lady that part exchanged it in to us, and I've always had a soft spot for this vintage Accord anyway. But I'll just go through the bits one by one as I normally do. Engine starts absolutely instantly, settles to completely smooth, even idle, there's no fluctuations at all, and it pulls absolutely beautifully and sounds sweet as a nut. I mean, it really does, much like the rest of the car. I mean, it really does feel like a car that's done, you know, 30-40,000 miles, not 140,000 miles. It's a real testament to, you know, the reliability and durability of these Honda cars, because, you know, I can't separate this from a much younger car in terms of the way it feels and drives. And the engine's a classic example of that. There's absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all, well, aside from the low fuel light. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car, and the car's up to full operating temperature now. But it just pulls really sweetly. Likewise, gearbox of the car, gear changes are slick, smooth, positive, no delays, no thunks, no feel of wear in it at all. It just, you know, all the gears change with a lovely slick precision, which they, you know, always did from new. I mean, they're noted as being incredibly tough gearboxes. That doesn't surprise me. But what does surprise me is just, you know, just how fresh it still feels in that sense. Steering of the car tracks, you know, absolutely dead straight. There's no point showing on the corner, but basically it just pulls dead straight there. There's no vibrations at all coming back through the steering of the car, and it's a generation of steering I love on this car, because it's, you know, the proper hydraulic power steering, so you've got a really lovely natural weighting to the power steering. It's very accurate, but it's just so nicely done, and I can't feel any wear again through the steering of the car. It really feels tight and taut on the road. Chassis of the car, again, you know, what I'm looking for on these road test videos is going over bumps like this, which is why I'm talking about it in this section. If you've got anything loose underneath the car, like little track rod ends or drop links or any bushes with a bit of play, they tend to chatter, but normally over kind of the little ridges in the road, not necessarily over the sweeps and bumps. And there's nothing in this car at all. You'll hear it hitting the bumps, but you don't get any of that noise at all, which you'd normally get on a car of this age and mileage. But it just shows, you know, just how well looked after the car's been, because it really feels just wonderfully tight. Chassis as well, by the way, again, a generation I love, because it's got really comfortable ride. It's very smooth, it's beautifully damped, just feels planted on the road, and, you know, absorbs everything beautifully, but it is very precise in the corners. It's got lovely handling. They've done they did a brilliant job on this car. They really did. Cruise control function there works absolutely perfectly. Just going to give the brakes a bit of a shove coming into this corner. But that's a really good brake pedal. What I'm looking for is a nice solid brake pedal on the car. When you hit the brakes, you know, the nose should come down straight and true. It shouldn't sort of pull violently left or right. And also the brake pedal, there's no sort of pulsing or vibrations when you hit the brake pedal either. Looking around inside, it's in really good condition. We've not cleaned it, it's exactly as it came to us, but it genuinely beggars belief, because you know, this is, well, we're looking at a 12-year-old car now with 140,000 miles, and there's not a squeak, a murmur, a rattle from the interior at all. It is rock solid in here. They are brilliantly made cars, and it's just a lovely place to sit. The dashboard all works perfectly. The sat nav, you can see there, functioning exactly as it should. Air conditioning pumps out absolutely ice cold air, so all working, you know, perfectly there as well. Likewise, electric windows, electric wing mirrors, folding mirrors, electric sunroof, all working exactly as intended. It's a real rarity, this car. You know, it's, you know, we've priced it way below its, you know, true value rather, but only because of, you know, as I said in the advert, it's got, you know, on the exterior a few marks which, you know, are consummate with the age and the mileage of the car. But you know, we've been, you know, very honest and genuine about that. But driving it, you know, what a workhorse, and what a great car to drive. As I said at the start, if there's any issues, I will bring them up. There's nothing in the drive of the car at all, and I'm not giving it any allowance for its age and mileage. I'm judging it purely on how the car should drive from new, and it drives absolutely perfectly. It really does. If there's any questions you have about the car, obviously, as always, don't hesitate. You know, do give us a call.